Hey guys, it's Kayla. Welcome back to my channel. Here we talk about all things Disney as well as how to plan your Walt Disney World vacation. So if that interests you, make sure you hit that subscribe button and stay tuned. Okay guys, so I've got a DIY for you today. We are going to be making ear holders. So these are little keychains that you can put on your backpack, like your park bag or your belt loop or whatever, to help carry your ears whenever you're not wanting to wear them in the parks. So they look somewhat like this, and I just made this. So I'm gonna show you how I created this fun little keychain, and then at the end I'll show you how it works. All right, enjoy. Okay, in step number one, you are going to need to cut 2 pieces of fabric in about 13 inches by 3 inches. And you want to make sure your pieces are exactly the same, but I used 2 different fabrics. The next thing you're gonna want to do is take your interfacing fabric and you're gonna wanna put it on your other pieces of fabric. Now you need to put these wrong sides together. So like the part that's gonna be on the outside, you want that to be on the outside. So you wanna put it basically on the back of your fabric. And then I'm just gonna iron my pieces together so that it is all nice and fused, and this is just gonna help make it a little sturdier. Okay, so I did that, and so now you can see my fabric is attached together, so now it's gonna be a little bit stiffer when I make this so that it won't be quite so floppy. So now you're going to take both pieces of fabric and put them right sides together. So basically the stuff that you want to be on the outside, you want those to be facing each other. Make sure everything is all evenly lined up, and I am going to stitch around the outside, but if you need to pin this together to make it stick, you can always pin those. I don't do that because I don't need to, but all right. Now we're going to stitch all the way around on 3 sides. So leave one of the small sides open, and I'm gonna do that now. Okay, there we go. So now you can see there's a little hole at the top. Now that I have that, you can see I stitched on 3 of the sides. I think I had about half an inch seam allowance. And then I have the opening on one side. So before I flip that inside out, I need to cut those corners. You want to be very careful not to cut your threads, but you do want to try and get as close to it as possible. Okay, so now we need to flip this bad boy inside out. Okay, so now that that's flipped inside out, we need to make these corners look a little bit better. So you can use, if you have like a corner tool thing, you can use that, or you can use your fingers. I'll probably use a pencil to make it just stick out as best as I can. Beautiful. Now you can see my corners are a little bit better, but this is super wrinkly, so we're going to iron this out. There we go, much better. All right, so now we have this opening on the end that we need to close up. So you are actually gonna take that and kind of open it up a little bit. And then you're actually going to fold that in so that those little like fringy pieces will be on the inside of that pocket. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna just stitch along the top of that really, really close. There we go. I don't know how well you can see that because I know that's really small, but basically I just stitched right along the top of that, and don't worry, that part will get mostly covered up here in a second. So now you need to take your little keychain and we are going to attach this on. So it's a pretty small little loop, so it's gonna be a little bit bunchy, but that's okay. So you're gonna take your fabric and you're just basically gonna thread it through. Okay, so you can see it's a little bit bunched. I think I did it, it's about 2 inches. So now I'm gonna just fold that over. And then you're just gonna stitch right along that seam that we did earlier. There. So now that's all nice and attached in one piece. So our final step is just gonna be to add these little snaps on so that it will close. I'm not totally sure how to do this, so let me figure out how to do this and I'll show you. Okay, so I did one. So it'll basically just fold over like that. I'll show you how I attached on the next one, but basically you can use any kind of snap you want. You can do the stitch-on ones. These ones are ones that you have to I don't have the right tool for them, so I just use my pliers and basically just kind of clamped down on it to get it to stay. They're kind of weird. They're just ones that I had. I didn't want to buy some, so I will show you how I did the other piece. Okay, so I stuck that one underneath and it is pretty easy. You can see little prongs sticking out and then you just put that on top. Perfect, all done. So now you can see you just snap it like that and you're all done. That's it. That is my DIY tutorial on these little keychain things. They're super cool. I've seen them like on Etsy and stuff before and I really wanted one, but I didn't want to pay the money to buy one, so I'm making one and I showed you guys how to make your own. So there you go. But basically how this works, so it's just a little snap at the top and it opens up like that, and you just take your nice little ears and you pop them in there and you just snap the top and then you're good to go. You can just hook that on your backpack or fanny pack or, like I said, pretty much whatever. And these are just nice so that when you're not wearing them, you're not smashing them in your bag. So pretty cool. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and leave me some comments down below if there are any fun DIYs that you would like me to attempt that are Disney related. But then other than that, make sure you please hit that subscribe button as well. That way you know whenever I come out with new videos. And of course, as always, we will see you next time. Bye.